Lucid Motors stock price prediction 2030. Okay guys, so if you guys didn't know, this video, I am posting this video initially about approximately a week before the merger is voted on for CCIV, the SPAT that is going to merge and bring Lucid Motors to the public markets under the ticker symbol LCID. And so far on this channel, we've talked a lot about EV stocks, we talked about meme stocks, but this is going to be a slightly different video, okay guys? I'm going to be giving you guys a far longer prediction. So in this video, we're going to talk about what the potential stock price of Lucid Motors could be in 2030. And I was just blown away when I ran the numbers on the potential of this company. For as of right now, okay, this looks like one of my top retirement stock picks. So for you guys that are working now, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, or even your 60s, approaching retirement, I really believe that investing in Lucid Motors is a foolproof way to basically guarantee yourself financial freedom within this decade. That's without doing anything else different, okay? That's without, obviously increasing your passive income, buying dividend stocks, investing in real estate. I believe that if you just invest in CCIV, that which is going to be Lucid Motors, guys, okay? So I want to say LCID/CCIV because the ticker is changing in a few days, and I think this video is going to be relevant in the future as well. But I'm probably gonna have to make an update as well after the ticker symbol changes, but this information is so big, I really want this information to be out here, so let's get right into it. Okay, so first of all, let's just quickly run over exactly what's going to transpire after July 23rd. Okay, obviously I assume everyone is going to vote yay on this merger. I really don't see any other companies out there that have the same type of growth potential in the EV space as of this moment. We already know that Tesla's market share is going down. There really isn't a clear luxury EV company out there. Now, here's where Lucid comes into play. So explain what's going to happen is, okay, once this merger is done, CCIV is going to change to LCID. Nothing else is going to change in terms of the stock price. The stock price will stay the same. But what will change is the market cap. So as of the merger, there's going to be, once the merger is complete, there's going to be about 1.6 billion shares, total shares out there, guys. At this current stock price, you would simply say, okay, 1.6 billion, multiply that by 23. That would give us a market cap, okay? So just to do some quick math, I believe that would be like a market cap of like 34 or 35 billion, right? Not the cheapest SPAT merger, okay? But this is where things get really interesting, okay? I see a lot of people talking about $60 and things like this. Based on my model, now some of you guys, might flame me in the comments, but based on my model, I have LCID, Lucid Motors stock, trading at around $2,000 per share by 2030. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I got to that number. So the first thing I did was I really dug through this investor presentation, okay? The metric that I was really focused on, okay? I was really focused on the revenue. Okay, why was I focused on the revenue? Well, being a Tesla shareholder myself and basically seeing how what made Tesla great, okay? Obviously, Tesla and Lucid aren't exactly the same, but the key thing about Tesla is that Tesla continues to increase deliveries and they continue to increase revenue. So no matter what people say about a company like Tesla, as long as that revenue is going up, as long as those deliveries are going up, it's going to be pretty hard to disregard the stock in the long run. So now let's take a look at these delivery projections and the revenue projections, okay? So it's in 2022, Lucid, just getting things started. Deliveries are projected around 20,000. Now, let's look how things change as they start introducing new models and future vehicles and the company starts to get even more mature. Here, looking at 2026, they're projected to do around 22 billion, over 250,000 deliveries, okay? So, why is this so important? Well, first of all, let's take a look at some of these numbers that I've ran, okay? So first thing I did is I had to find out what is the compounded annual growth rate of the revenue. Okay, what is the revenue growth rate from 2022 to 2026? So I ran this in a compound annual growth calculator. According to these projections, now these are not my projections, these are projections based on the Lucid Air website. I'm going to link to this presentation description. You guys take a look at it. This is around a 77% annual revenue growth rate, right? Pretty phenomenal, compounded, right? So here's what I did. Simply took that revenue number just as a general guide, okay? Obviously, there could be some chip shortages, battery shortages, but there seems to be a ton of demand for this vehicle, particularly in the Middle East. This is a region that we really don't hear a lot of EV companies talking about, okay? We have Tesla, expanding to China. We have Tesla expanding, to Europe, of course. We have NIO going to Europe. We have all of these companies talking about Europe, China, Asia. Not so many talking about the Middle East, okay? The Middle East, a lot of big players there, especially in a place like Dubai. A lot of deep pockets, and I'm guessing that they're going to be really looking at the Lucid Motors. So this is just an example of how this company can really expand all over the world and hit pockets that really haven't been penetrated a lot by a ton of EV companies. So they're looking at a 77% annual growth rate. Let's head over to the compounded annual growth calculator. So what does this do? Well, at the end of the day, compound interest, compound growth, this is what's going to really move a stock, okay? So basically what we're looking at is, as long as the revenue will continue to grow, the stock price should grow similar to the revenue, okay? The earnings will come later. It took Tesla, years to become profitable, okay? It took Tesla maybe like almost 8 years, 9 years to become consistently profitable. So looking at this company, we're just going to look at the revenue now, because we know with the revenue, they can tweak their margins, stuff like that, become profitable. So I ran this calculator at a 77% growth rate, looking at the stock price, okay? That would put, in just 8 years, okay, starting at 2022, that would put Lucid Motors at around $2,215 per share. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. That is a ridiculously high number. And that would put this company well over $1 trillion valuation. But, what's kind of funny? 10 years ago, if people are talking about $1 trillion companies, they would say, hey, that sounds insane. But now we have several $1 trillion companies. And I think by 2030, we're going to have a lot more $1 trillion companies. If you guys have been watching, a lot of the talk about inflation has gone up. We've seen prices go up at the gas pump. We've seen prices go up for food. Okay, even me buying food online, Uber Eats, things at the grocery store, prices are just up. I expect that trend to continue. So there's no reason why we won't see even more $1 trillion companies. So what is basically the foundation of a $1 trillion company like Google, Amazon, right? Facebook now, okay? What is like the blueprint in its technology? The companies with the best, most up-to-date, latest technology have the best chance of becoming $1 trillion companies. And that's exactly what I think Lucid is about. So now I want to show you guys a Reddit post that is really interesting, okay? So this post talks about the CCIV crash. This guy, he talks about buying Tesla back when it was $200, and then he said he exited around $800 post-split to buy CCIV. Now, basically what he's really talking about is that how there's a lot of uncertainty about Lucid, but it has better technology in the luxury market, okay? Longer, better battery range, okay? More horsepower, okay? The vehicle is built to kind of disrupt Mercedes and Lexus, these type of companies. Tesla isn't really a luxury automaker. They do have the Model S Plaid, but at the core, Tesla is not really disrupting the luxury market. They're kind of disrupting Toyota and Honda, companies like that. So what he's basically talking about is how he bought Tesla very, very low, and then he was rewarded with his patience. So what I'm basically trying to say, guys, is that with this stock, it's going to take a lot of patience. And if we go back to the chart, we already saw $64. Guys, this was before there was even any projection. So will Lucid hit $2,000 a share, which would basically 100x your money, which would basically take this company, okay? It would take Lucid Lucid Air from about a $34 to $35 billion company into a $3 trillion behemoth by 2030. Is that possible? I'm not sure. Maybe a $3 trillion market cap sounds outrageous, but who would have thought that Apple and Google would have hit trillions of dollars just as early as 2020. I think you're going to see a ton of inflation in the future, and that's going to inflate the market caps of a lot of companies because they just have to adjust accordingly to all of the dollars that are being printed. So this is a bit of a far-fetched, but let's say Lucid does hit $2,000 a share. Well, that means right now, if you put $1,000 into to Lucid Motors stock, that means that you could potentially have $100,000, in the next 8 years or so. If you put $10,000, right, you could potentially have $1 million. So this could be the solution for a lot of you guys out there that are looking for a great stock to put in your retirement. You're looking for like your IRA or something like that, or if you're looking to stash a little bit of money away and you're looking to leave the workplace within the decade, I think Lucid Motors is a fantastic candidate. I really haven't seen any other companies in the EV space. Obviously, Tesla is excellent, but the problem with Tesla is Tesla has already been publicly traded for over a decade. A lot of the growth is already baked in, and they're losing market share. So while I still hold my Tesla stock, I'm heavily getting into Lucid Motors. I just think this price is too cheap. And I believe that this is one of the best retirement stocks out there, guys. So like I said, this is not financial advice. This is just the research I've done. And me personally, as a Lucid Motors shareholder, I really like where this company is headed into the future. So if you guys enjoyed my video, please smash the like button. And please smash the red subscribe button to receive more videos from me. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have differing opinions on this topic. But I just think it's really interesting to talk about this company right before the merger. We should see a lot of interesting things happen. So that's until next time, guys. Take care.